You know, in a perfect world, everything just runs like clockwork. But let's be honest, we don't live in a perfect world, do we? Stuff happens. And when it does, being prepared isn't just a nice to have, it's absolutely everything. Today, we're going to dive into a framework that can literally save an organization when things go sideways. It's a trinity of plans that really is the difference between total chaos and calm control.
Okay, just imagine this for a second. Your servers are all blinking red. The customer database, poof, gone. At the same time, your phone is just blowing up with calls from reporters asking what you're going to say about this massive data breach. You can feel the panic starting to creep in, right? What do you do first? Who is the first person you call? This exact nightmare scenario is what a solid plan is designed to stop before it even begins.
So how do you deal with that kind of chaos? Well, it comes down to what the experts call the Trinity of Plans. And no, this isn't just one big, dusty binder you pull off a shelf. It's actually 3 separate but totally interconnected plans that are designed to work together to bring order when everything feels like it's completely falling apart.
All right, first up, we've got the Crisis Management Plan, or the CMP. I want you to think of this as the 30,000-foot view. This is the big picture, strategic playbook for the executives, the CEO, the legal team, the head of communications. They're not worried about which server needs to be rebooted. No. They're tackling the huge company-defining questions like, do we need to recall this product? Or how do we protect our reputation through all this?
Okay, next in the Trinity is the Business Continuity Plan, the BCP. So if the CMP is the high-level command center, the BCP is for the managers who are right there on the ground. Its entire job is to be operational. It asks, how do we keep the business running? How do we keep serving our customers and making sure revenue doesn't just stop? So if a factory burns down, for example, the BCP is the plan that says, okay, shift all production to our backup facility right now. It's all about keeping the lights on, literally and financially.
And rounding out our trio is the Disaster Recovery Plan, or the DRP. Now this is the super technical piece of the puzzle. The DRP belongs to the IT department, and it is laser-focused on one thing and one thing only, getting the technology back online. This is the plan that details step by step exactly how to restore that customer database from a cloud backup or how to get all the servers humming again. It's basically the plan to restore the digital lifeblood of the entire organization.
And here you can see exactly how it all fits together so beautifully. This table really gives us the perfect snapshot of that hierarchy. So way up at the top, you've got the CMP. It's strategic, it's focused on things like reputation and liability, and it's handled by the execs. Then in the middle, you have the BCP, which is operational. Its job is to keep processes and revenue flowing, and that's run by department managers. And holding it all up at the base is the DRP. That's the technical plan focused on servers and data, and it's owned by IT. See? Each one has its own job, but for any of this to work, they have to move in perfect harmony.
Okay, so we've got our 3 plans, but here's the part that is so crucial. These plans are completely useless if they just sit on a shelf gathering dust. See, effective crisis management isn't a document you write once. It's a living, breathing process. It's a continuous cycle.
And this cycle really has 4 key phases. It all starts long before a crisis ever hits, with prevention. This is where you're doing risk assessments, trying to stop problems before they can even get started. From there, you move into preparation. This is where you're actually writing the plans, training your teams, and running drills over and over. Then, when a crisis does hit, you're in the response phase. This is the moment. You're fighting the fire, you're evacuating, you're in the thick of it. And finally, once the smoke clears, you enter the recovery phase, which is all about getting back to business or sometimes adapting to a whole new normal.
So, why are we going through all this? What's the point? Well, because understanding this stuff isn't just some academic exercise. It's about fundamentally changing an organization's ability to take a punch and stay standing. It's really about building resilience from the inside out.
So what's the bottom line here? First, clarity is absolutely key. Knowing the difference between the CMP, the BCP, and the DRP makes sure the right people are making the right decisions when the pressure is on. Second, remember that it's a cycle, not a finish line. You're always learning, always improving. And probably most importantly, this whole framework is about being proactive, not reactive. That's what transforms an organization from a potential victim of a crisis into a resilient survivor.
I'm going to leave you with one final thought. We all have fire alarms in our homes, right? They give us an early warning for smoke we can't even see yet. It's a simple, proactive step we take to stay safe. So the question I'll leave you with is this: what's your organization's fire alarm for a crisis? Thanks for tuning in to this explainer.